Hi, good day. This is Miss LM and we're back again for another math video, and today we're going to talk about finding the slope of a line using 2 points. So this is just the continuation of our lesson about finding the slope of a line, and now we're going to use the 2 points. Okay, 2 points, meron tayong dalawang ordered pairs. At yung ordered pairs na yun, we're going to denote the x-coordinate and y-coordinate as like this. So we have x sub 1, y sub 1 for the first point, x sub 2, y sub 2 for the second point. And now, we're going to use this formula to find the slope of the line. So, we have m, or the slope, is equals to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Or, we have y sub 1 minus y sub 2 equals x sub 1 minus x sub 2. So, sa madaling sabi, ang slope po gamit ang 2 points is just the change in y over the change in x. And when we say change, ibig sabihin may difference. At pag may difference, ang operation ay subtraction. So, again, meron tayong formula for that. Importante po na malinaw sa atin kung alin ang ating x sub 1 at x sub 2, alin ang ating y sub 1 at y sub 2. Kasi po, hindi po natin pwedeng ma-interchange yung ating formula dyan. So, kung y sub 2 yung nauna mo, dapat sa denominator, x sub 2 yung mauuna mo. Kung nauna mo si y sub 1 sa numerator, dapat sa denominator, mauuna mo si x sub 1. Okay? So, let's try to apply that in our examples. Find the slope of the line given 5 and 6, 9, and 3. So, the first step is to denote your x sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 1, and y sub 2. Kailangan po malinaw sa atin kung alin yung mga yon para pag nag-substitute tayo sa ating formula, alam natin agad kung alin yung ating dapat i-substitute. So, for the formula of slope, pwede naman kayong mamili difference of y over difference of x. So, we can use y sub 1 minus y sub 2. Basta sa denominator natin, meron tayong x sub 1 minus x sub 2. So, for our y sub 1, we have positive 6. And for our y sub 2, we have positive 3 all over x sub 1 is positive 5 minus our x sub 2, which is positive 9. Now, we have to subtract this. 6 minus 3 is positive 3. And for our denominator, 5 minus 9 is negative 4. Okay? So, the final answer for our example number 1 is negative 3 over 4. Again, the final example for our example number 1, the slope is negative 3 over 4. Next example, we have example number 2. Ang given natin na points ay 7 and 9, 7 and negative 2. So, x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. For the formula, pwede naman nating mauna si y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Again, it depends kung ano po yung gusto ninyo. Basta po, malinaw sa inyo na pag nauna si y sub 2 sa numerator, mauuna si x sub 2 sa denominator. So, alin ang ating y sub 2? We have negative 2 minus our y sub 1, we have positive 9. All over our x sub 2, we have 7 minus x sub 1, which is also 7. Negative 2 minus 9. So, if we apply keep change, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 2 plus negative 9 all over 7 minus 7 is 0. So, pag pinag-add natin, negative 11 and 0. And kung meron tayong denominator na 0, ang sagot po natin sa slope ay undefined. Okay? Hindi po dapat maging denominator ang 0 kasi maging undefined po talaga ang ating slope. Okay, next example, we have 3 and 4, 8 and 1. Denote po muna natin ang ating x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. And for our slope, again, we have y sub 1 minus y sub 2. Nauna si y sub 1, so sa denominator, mauuna si x sub 1 minus x sub 2. Y sub 1 is 4. And then y sub 2 is negative 1. Do not forget to enclose that in parenthesis kasi po may minus tayo. Then, all over siya sa x sub 1 is positive 3 minus x sub 2 is positive 8. Now, we can do the KCC or keep change. Keep natin si positive 4. Change natin yung operation. Change natin yung sign. Magiging 1 all over 3 minus 8. So, pwede naman hindi na tayo mag-keep change dito. Basta alam natin na if we have subtraction, we're going to subtract the absolute values and we're going to use the sign of the greater value. So, 3 minus 8 is 5. And then, ang sign po natin na greater value is negative. So, 4 plus 1 is positive 5 all over negative 5. And if we're going to rewrite our final answer, meron tayong negative 1 as our slope. For this example, we have negative 1 as its slope. Next, we have 2 and 1, 4 and 2. X sub 1 is 2, y sub 1 is 1, x sub 2 is 4, y sub 2 is 2. For our slope, again, difference of y sub 1 minus y sub 2, all over difference of x sub 1 minus x sub 2. Y sub 1 is 1, y sub 2 is 2, so 1 minus 2 over 2 minus 4, okay? Now, subtract 1 minus 2 is negative 1. And then 2 minus 4 is negative 2. And yung negative 1 and negative 2, pag parehong may negative yan, automatically makakancel. Magkakaroon na lang tayo ng 1/2. So, the slope of our line given the 2 points is positive 1/2. Again, this is a line. Ang given nga lang po ay 2 points. Let us have our final example. Find the slope of the line given negative 5 and 3, 4 and 3. So, denote ulit natin ang ating x sub 1 and y sub 1, x sub 2, and y sub 2. Then, for our slope formula, again, y sub 1 minus y sub 2 over x sub 1 minus x sub 2. Alin ang ating y sub 1? We have positive 3. Minus y sub 2, we have positive 3. And then for our denominator, we have negative 5. And then, minus natin si 4. So, in this case, meron tayong 3 minus 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. And then, our denominator, meron tayong negative 5 minus 4. That will become negative 5 plus negative 4. Di po ba? So, magiging answer natin ay 0 and negative 9. But since 0 ang ating numerator, slope po natin dito ay 0 na lang. Pag ang numerator ay 0, ang magiging slope po natin ay 0. Kapag ang denominator ay 0, doon naman po siya magiging undefined. Tandaan po yun ha. Pag numerator ang 0, 0 ang slope. Kapag denominator ang 0, undefined ang slope. So, that's all for this video and I hope you learned something from here. Do not forget to like this video. Kung nakatulong nga ba sa inyo, mag-subscribe na kayo at i-click nyo na rin ang notification bell button para ma-notify kayo kapag nag-upload na ako ng another video. Okay? Bye-bye!